The Chicken Encyclopedia, page 78. Crow. The characteristic call of a male chicken as an assertion of dominance, putting other males on notice while avoiding unnecessary fights. Some roosters crow more than others, and roosters that are within earshot of other roosters crow more than solo roosters. Cocks of the larger breeds have a deep crow that doesn't travel far, while smaller breeds have a high-pitched crow that travels a good distance. The age at which cockerels start crowing depends on how rapidly they mature, which is partially breed dependent, since some breeds mature more quickly than others. A cock inherits his style of crowing, so all cocks within a given family sound somewhat similar, although each individual develops a distinctive variation. Crowing occurs most frequently in the morning, but may be heard at any time of day or night. During the dark of night, crowing is usually triggered by a sound or a suddenly appearing light the cock perceives as a potential intruder. Nighttime crowing may be minimized by putting shutters on coop windows to keep out passing lights, or by leaving a light on in the coop. Softly playing a radio helps mask sounds coming from outside the coop, and insulating the coop walls and surrounding the building with shrubbery can muffle any crowing that does go on. Since a cock stretches his neck to crow, putting him overnight in a ventilated box or cage small enough to prevent a good stretch and covering the box to keep out light will discourage overnight crowing. To utter the sound characteristic of a cock: crowhead, an undesirable head formation in which the head and beak are narrow, shallow, and overly refined, often accompanied by other significant defects. Crowing contest, a competition to see whose rooster can crow the most within a certain period of time, usually ranging from 10 to 15 minutes to 30 minutes. Crowing hen, a not particularly common phenomenon, except among long crowers, in which case a crowing hen is considered valuable as a breeder. Among other breeds, in a flock that includes no roosters, sometimes a hen takes on the masculine role, including crowing. An aging hen may crow during non-laying periods, when male hormones exert greater influence than female hormones. Here's a picture of a crowhead. Crowing Americana rooster, page 79. Hens might also crow as a result of disease. A hen has 2 ovaries, but only the left one produces eggs, while the right one remains undeveloped. If the left ovary becomes inactive due to atrophy or disease, the testicular tissues of the right ovary is stimulated into functional activity, resulting in the hens getting a dose of the male hormone responsible for crowing. Crown comb, see carnation comb, comb styles. Crumbles, crushed pellets fed to chicks that aren't big enough to swallow whole pellets and to mature chickens so that they take longer to eat and as a result are less likely to get bored. The main disadvantage of crumbles is the waste that occurs when any are spilled. Cuba Laya, the only breed developed in Cuba, intended as a dual-purpose chicken that is also suitable for cockfighting. The Cubalea has a pea comb, comes in a few color varieties, and may be large or bantam. The cocks have short, knobby spurs, referred to as rosary spurs, or none at all. The rooster's sex feathers majestically flow together from the neck to the end of the tail. Both cocks and hens have a distinctive, broad, and downward pointing tail, referred to as a lobster tail or shrimp tail. The hens lay eggs with tinted shells and make good broodies. Cuckoo, the coarse and irregular barring of California grays, Dominiques, barred Hollands, and any variety with plumage coloration designated as a cuckoo. Some cuckoos, including cuckoo marins and Dominiques, may be autosexed with fair accuracy. Cuckoo marins, cockerels, have paler down than the pullets. Dominique cockerels have a larger or more scattered head spot than the pullets. Here's a picture of a cuckoo. Here is a picture of a Cubalea hen. And a picture of a Cubalea rooster.